Today, we delve into a topic that often goes unexamined in our pursuit of a virtuous life, the complexities of kindness. We've all heard that kindness is a virtue, something to strive for and cherish. But let's take a moment to consider the flip side, how kindness, when taken to an extreme, can actually lead to ruin. First, let's define what kindness truly means. At its core, kindness involves being considerate and compassionate toward others. It creates bonds, fosters relationships, and builds communities. However, when kindness becomes a constant requirement, a rule rather than a choice, it morphs into a burden. Imagine waking up each day feeling that your worth hinges on how much you give to others. This mindset can quickly spiral into exhaustion. When we prioritize others' needs above our own, we often find ourselves stretched thin. You might think you're doing the right thing, but the reality is that relentless kindness can lead to burnout. You start to feel resentment toward those you're helping. Instead of feeling fulfilled, you may feel taken for granted. And that is a dangerous place to be. So what do? It's crucial to strike a balance. Setting boundaries is essential. Kindness should never come at the expense of your well-being. When you give freely without self-care, you risk creating an environment where people begin to expect your kindness as a given. Remember, your kindness should be a gift, not an obligation. In conclusion, while kindness is indeed a powerful tool for connection and community, it can also lead to ruin when taken to extremes. So I urge you to practice kindness thoughtfully. Know your limits, set healthy boundaries, and most importantly, remember to care for yourself. Because a truly kind heart is one that recognizes its own needs first. Kindness is a quality often celebrated in our society, viewed as an essential virtue that promotes goodwill, empathy, and cooperation. However, its true nature is complex and multifaceted, deserving of a deeper examination. When we talk about kindness, we generally refer to the act of being considerate and compassionate towards others. It encompasses gestures of support, understanding, and generosity. From holding the door for a stranger to volunteering for community service, kindness manifests in many forms. But the essence of kindness goes beyond mere actions. It is rooted in an internal mindset and attitude that seeks to uplift and empower those around us. At its core, kindness involves an emotional connection to others. It is the ability to put oneself in someone else's shoes and recognize their struggles and needs. This empathetic approach enables us to respond with compassion rather than indifference. It fosters relationships, encourages collaboration, and helps build a sense of community. When we engage in acts of kindness, we create ripples of positivity that can transform individuals and societies alike. Kindness has the remarkable power to break down barriers. In a world often filled with divisiveness and conflict, acts of kindness can serve as a bridge that connects people across different backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences. A simple act of smile, a helping hand, or a kind word can change someone's day, and in some cases, their life. This capacity for kindness is often touted as an innate human quality. However, it is essential to recognize that kindness can also be cultivated and practiced. It is not merely a trait reserved for the naturally empathetic. It can be developed through intention and effort. Yet, as we explore the positive aspects of kindness, we must also consider the implications of overextending ourselves in our quest to be kind. Many people view kindness as a selfless act that benefits others, but it can become problematic when it morphs into a compulsive need to please or help everyone around us. This desire to be kind often stems from societal pressures, personal insecurities, or a fear of being perceived as unkind or selfish. In many ways, our culture glorifies kindness to the point where it becomes an expectation. We are often taught that being kind is not just good, but essential. This pressure can lead individuals to continuously sacrifice their own needs and desires in favor of others, fostering an unhealthy dynamic. While the intention behind kindness may be noble, the reality is that it can lead to feelings of resentment, exhaustion, and even bitterness over time. The more we feel compelled to be kind, the less authentic our kindness becomes. It transforms from a genuine act of generosity into a performance driven by obligation. Kindness can be exploited. When individuals constantly give without setting boundaries, they risk becoming targets for those who seek to take advantage of their goodwill. There is a fine line between helping others and allowing oneself to be taken for granted. Those who overextend themselves in their kindness often find that their generosity is met with expectations rather than gratitude. The imbalance that ensues can create a toxic environment where kindness is perceived as a weakness rather than a strength. To truly understand the complexities of kindness, we must also consider the emotional toll it can take on those who practice it without balance. The constant demand to be kind can lead to a state of emotional depletion. Individuals may find themselves feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or even resentful as they try to meet the ever-increasing expectations of others. This cycle of giving without receiving can result in significant mental and emotional strain, ultimately diminishing one's capacity for genuine kindness. Recognizing the dual nature of kindness is crucial for fostering a more nuanced understanding of its role in our lives. While kindness is undoubtedly a powerful force for good, it is essential to approach it mindfully. Genuine kindness should never come at the cost of one's well-being. It is vital to strike a balance between caring for others and nurturing oneself. In this exploration of kindness, it becomes clear that it is not simply about being nice or helpful. It is a complex interplay of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and intentionality. Understanding this complexity allows us to engage with kindness in a more meaningful and sustainable way, ultimately leading to healthier relationships and a more fulfilling life. While kindness is often celebrated as a fundamental virtue, it's essential to explore the consequences of overextending that kindness. The tendency to prioritize the needs of others can lead to negative outcomes, not just for the giver, but also for those receiving the kindness. When we offer kindness without setting boundaries, we can find ourselves in a cycle of giving that ultimately becomes unsustainable. Understanding the potential pitfalls of excessive kindness can help us navigate our relationships and personal well-being more effectively. One of the most significant consequences of overextending kindness is burnout. When individuals pour their energy into helping others without taking the time to recharge, they may find themselves feeling exhausted, both emotionally and physically. This state of burnout can manifest in various ways, including fatigue, irritability, and a sense of hopelessness. Over time, what began as a genuine desire to assist others transforms into a burden. Instead of feeling fulfilled by their acts of kindness, individuals may experience resentment towards those they are trying to help. The very act of kindness that was meant to uplift can become a source of stress, leading to a paradoxical situation where kindness harms rather than helps. Excessive kindness can lead to the erosion of personal boundaries. When people feel the need to be kind at all times, they often neglect their own needs and desires. This lack of boundary setting creates an environment where others may take advantage of their generosity. Friends, family members, or colleagues might begin to expect help without showing appreciation, viewing kindness as a right rather than a gift. This dynamic can foster feelings of exploitation and can ultimately damage relationships. Those who are always available to help may find themselves surrounded by individuals who don't respect their time, energy, or emotional health. The culture of kindness often promotes the notion that one must always be helpful, which can lead to feelings of guilt or shame when one is unable to extend kindness. This mindset can be particularly detrimental during challenging times. Individuals may feel compelled to help others even when they are struggling themselves, leading to a cycle of self-neglect. The pressure to maintain a facade of kindness can inhibit personal growth, as it discourages individuals from addressing their own challenges and needs. When one constantly prioritizes others over oneself, personal issues can fester and grow, leading to long-term emotional distress. This need to be perpetually kind can also create a sense of dependency in those who receive that kindness. When someone consistently acts as a caretaker or helper, they may unintentionally foster an environment where others become reliant on them. This dependency can stifle personal growth and self-sufficiency in others. Instead of encouraging independence, an overabundance of kindness may lead to a situation where individuals feel incapable of addressing their problems without the assistance of the ever-helpful person. This dynamic not only undermines the self-efficacy of others, but can also lead to frustration for the giver, who may feel trapped in a role they didn't intend to play. In addition to personal burnout and relationship strain, overextending kindness can lead to emotional numbness. When individuals continually put on a brave face and offer kindness despite their own struggles, they may begin to disconnect from their emotions. This disconnection can result in a lack of authenticity in relationships, making it difficult for them to connect with others on a deeper level. The very essence of kindness, empathy, and emotional connection can become diluted, leading to shallow interactions that fail to fulfill either party. It's also essential to consider the broader societal implications of excessive kindness. When individuals continuously sacrifice their well-being for the sake of others, it can create a culture where self-care is viewed as selfish. This notion can perpetuate a cycle where people feel obligated to put others first at their own expense, further normalizing unhealthy behaviors. Over time, this can contribute to a societal environment that undervalues self-care, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to prioritize their needs without feeling guilty or selfish. Understanding these consequences is crucial for fostering healthier relationships and promoting overall well-being. By recognizing the importance of balance in our acts of kindness, we can develop a more sustainable approach that allows us to care for others without compromising our own needs. Setting boundaries and learning to say no when necessary are essential skills in maintaining a healthy relationship with kindness. Kindness should come from a place of abundance, not obligation. It's vital to remember that genuine kindness stems from a well-nourished self. By taking care of ourselves, we can ensure that our kindness remains authentic, empowering both ourselves and those around us. In this way, we can engage in acts of kindness that uplift, support, and connect us while maintaining our own emotional and physical well-being. Striking a balance in kindness is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being. While kindness is a valuable virtue, practicing it without boundaries can lead to various detrimental outcomes. To foster genuine kindness that uplifts both ourselves and others, we must learn to navigate the fine line between selflessness and self-neglect. Setting boundaries is not a sign of selfishness, rather, it is a necessary practice that allows us to offer our kindness sustainably and effectively. The first step in achieving balance is recognizing our limits. Everyone has a unique capacity for kindness based on their emotional, mental, and physical resources. Understanding these limits is crucial for preventing burnout and resentment. It is essential to conduct regular self-assessments to determine how much energy and support we can genuinely offer without compromising our well-being. By tuning into our feelings and acknowledging when we are feeling overwhelmed or depleted, we can make more informed decisions about when to extend our kindness and when to prioritize our own needs. Establishing boundaries involves clear communication, both with ourselves and with others. It is important to articulate what we can and cannot do in various situations. For instance, if a friend frequently asks for help but is unaware of the toll it takes on you, expressing your limits can help create a healthier dynamic. Open conversations about boundaries foster mutual understanding and respect, allowing both parties to navigate the relationship with greater awareness. This communication can help others recognize the importance of reciprocating kindness, making it clear that relationships thrive on a balance of giving and receiving. Another key aspect of balancing kindness is learning to say no when necessary. Many people struggle with this simple word because they fear disappointing others or being perceived as unkind. However, saying no is not a rejection of kindness, rather. It is an assertion of one's own needs. It is essential to recognize that declining a request does not diminish the value of kindness. Instead, it can lead to more meaningful interactions. When we are selective about when to offer our assistance, our acts of kindness become more intentional and genuine. In practicing balance, we must also cultivate self-care. Self-care is not merely a buzzword, it is a critical component of sustaining kindness over the long term. Engaging in activities that nourish our physical, emotional, and mental well-being is essential for maintaining our capacity to be kind. Whether it involves setting aside time for hobbies, exercising, or seeking support from friends or professionals, prioritizing self-care ensures that we are not running on empty. By taking care of ourselves, we replenish our energy and emotional reserves, making it easier to engage in acts of kindness without feeling overwhelmed. Recognizing the difference between enabling behavior and genuine kindness is crucial. Enabling occurs when our acts of kindness inadvertently support negative behaviors or dependencies in others. For example, continually helping someone without encouraging them to take responsibility for their actions can create a cycle of reliance that ultimately hinders their personal growth. Genuine kindness, on the other hand, empowers individuals to become more self-sufficient. Striking a balance means knowing when to step in and offer support and when to allow others to navigate their challenges independently. Encouraging self-efficacy in others not only fosters their growth, but also strengthens the bonds of kindness in the relationship. Cultivating a mindset of kindness that emphasizes quality over quantity can lead to more meaningful interactions. Instead of striving to be kind to everyone at all times, focus on building deeper connections with a select few. This approach allows for more authentic exchanges and reduces the risk of feeling drained. When we invest our energy into relationships that matter to us, we create a supportive network where kindness is both given and received. It is essential to embrace the idea that kindness can take various forms. Sometimes being kind means offering a listening ear, while other times it may involve providing practical support or guidance. The key is to recognize what is needed in each situation and respond accordingly. Flexibility in our approach allows us to adapt our kindness to meet the unique needs of different individuals while ensuring that we remain true to ourselves and our boundaries. In conclusion, finding balance in kindness is crucial for fostering healthy relationships and personal fulfillment. By recognizing our limits, establishing clear boundaries, practicing self-care, and focusing on empowering others, we can engage in acts of kindness that are both genuine and sustainable. As we navigate the complexities of kindness, let us remember that true compassion flourishes in an environment where we honor our own needs as much as we honor those of others. In this way, we can create a culture of kindness that uplifts us all while maintaining our emotional and mental well-being. Excessive kindness can lead to a cycle of enabling behaviors that may ultimately hinder the growth and independence of those we seek to help. While the intention behind kindness is often positive, when it crosses the line into enabling, it can create a dynamic that stifles personal responsibility and self-sufficiency. Recognizing the difference between genuine support and enabling behaviors is crucial for fostering healthier relationships and promoting individual growth. At its core, enabling involves providing assistance or support that allows others to avoid facing the consequences of their actions. This may manifest in various forms, such as consistently bailing someone out of difficult situations, completing tasks for others that they should be doing themselves, or shielding them from the repercussions of their choices. While these actions may be driven by a desire to help, they can ultimately create a dependency that undermines personal accountability. Over time, the person being enabled may come to rely on the kindness of others rather than developing the skills and resilience needed to navigate challenges independently. One of the primary risks of enabling behaviors is the erosion of self-efficacy in the individuals receiving help. When people are constantly supported without being held accountable for their actions, they may begin to internalize a belief that they are incapable of solving their problems on their own. This mindset can foster a sense of helplessness, making it increasingly difficult for them to take initiative or make decisions. The kind-hearted intentions behind enabling can inadvertently lead to a cycle of dependency, where individuals become less motivated to take action and rely heavily on the kindness of others. Enabling can strain relationships over time. The person who is consistently helping may begin to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or resentful. While they initially provided assistance out of kindness, the ongoing need to support someone who does not take responsibility for their own actions can lead to emotional exhaustion. This resentment can create a rift in the relationship, as the helper may feel unappreciated or taken for granted. Instead of fostering gratitude and connection, enabling can breed feelings of frustration and conflict, undermining the very kindness that initially brought the individuals together. Enabling behaviors can hinder personal growth in both the helper and the recipient. When individuals continuously take on the role of the caregiver or problem solver, they may neglect their own personal development and self-care. This neglect can lead to burnout, emotional distress, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Conversely, the individuals being enabled may miss out on valuable opportunities for learning and growth. By constantly receiving help, they may fail to develop the resilience, problem-solving skills, and independence necessary for navigating life's challenges. In many cases, enabling behaviors stem from a desire to protect loved ones from pain or disappointment. However, it is essential to recognize that facing adversity is a natural part of life that contributes to personal growth and resilience. By stepping back and allowing others to experience the consequences of their actions, we create opportunities for learning and self-discovery. This doesn't mean abandoning those we care about. Instead, it involves offering support that encourages them to confront their challenges and take responsibility for their choices. Encouraging individuals to take ownership of their lives can lead to profound transformations. When people are given the space to confront their difficulties, they often discover their strength and capabilities. This empowerment can foster a sense of agency and confidence that allows them to tackle future challenges with greater resilience. In this sense, genuine kindness involves recognizing when to step back and let others face their struggles head-on, fostering an environment where they can thrive independently. To break the cycle of enabling, it is crucial to set clear boundaries and communicate openly. Discussing expectations and limitations with those we care about can help establish a healthier dynamic that promotes accountability. By articulating our willingness to support while also emphasizing the importance of personal responsibility, we create a framework where kindness is offered in a way that encourages growth rather than dependence. Additionally, practicing empathy and understanding is vital in navigating this complex landscape. While it may be challenging to witness loved ones struggle, it is essential to remember that everyone has their own journey and timeline for growth. Being patient and compassionate while still encouraging independence can help foster healthier relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. In summary, the potential for excessive kindness to lead to enabling behaviors is a crucial consideration for anyone who wishes to cultivate genuine relationships, while the desire to help is noble. Recognizing the fine line between support and enabling is essential for fostering personal growth and independence in others. By setting boundaries, encouraging accountability, and allowing individuals to face their challenges, we can engage in acts of kindness that empower both ourselves and those we care about. This balance not only strengthens our relationships, but also contributes to a culture of resilience and self-sufficiency, allowing everyone to thrive.